So I've done nothing to my face, so I've just washed it and I'm just going to put some primer on. Now a lot of these steps I'm going to skip just on the basis that when I did my last video I realised that I just had a lot of content that wasn't really necessary, and because a lot of the things I'm going to do today is similar to that video, I just thought I would show you some of it but then be like, oh, if you want to know how I did this, for example my eyebrows, my skin, that kind of thing, I just thought the best thing to do would be like just go watch that video because I had it a bit more in depth. Otherwise this video is going to be like an hour long, because like I said, the last one I did was so long that I tried cutting it out, but I was like, oh, this might be vital information that you guys need. So like I said, I'm going to keep some of it in, but my main routine, like I said, would be in my last one, which is my Beauty and the Beast one. So everything that I'm using, even if I don't show it, I will link it down below for you. So obviously don't worry about, you know, not knowing what I used or what I did. Like I said, just go check out my last video. If you find that you don't want to keep going back to my last video, let me know down below, and if you want me to every time do like my my skin routine as well, then let me know. Otherwise I'm just going to concentrate just on the eye bit, and obviously that's the main thing, and then you can do whatever you want to your face because you might have a different routine than me. So I always do my eyebrows first, just because I'm going to be wearing a lot of glitter. I like to do my eyebrows first, then my eyes, and then my foundation, just because I find because I used to do my foundation first. I used to be one of those girls who did my foundation first, and then I used to do my eyebrows and then my eyes, but because I use a lot of glitters and a lot of colour, I find that you get a lot of fallout, and because you've already done your face, you're like, oh, I've kind of got to like either do it again, or you try and wipe it away and obviously it smudges. So I always try and do the messy things first, and then obviously I go back and clean it up with the foundation. So like I said, I'm just going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to do them off camera, so I'll be back in a minute. So eyebrows are on. Like I said, what I did to my eyebrows today was exactly the same as what I did in my last video. So the thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to clean up where the eyebrows are, and then put some concealer actually over my eyes, just so that when we're ready to put colour on, it's already prepped. So I like to just put a very, very small amount just on a brush. So I always use like a flat brush. So I'm just tidying up any sort of where I've gone out of the lines, that kind of thing, making sure just to cover my whole entire eyelid as well, because like I said, I want to obviously put loads of glitter on and loads of colour, so I kind of want to make sure that's all nice and covered, and then I just pat it in just to make sure it's all even, and I just do the other side. So I'm just going to put a bit of powder on that just to kind of set the concealer. So I'm just putting the powder all over, just making sure it's all covered. So this is the fun part. So this is the part where we add colour. Right, it is optional what you want to do, so it's entirely up to you what colour do you want to use, what brand you want to use. I had said this before in my last video that I'm actually using something that Reuben got me, but unfortunately it doesn't exist anymore because I don't know where he got it from. He actually got it as a present for me. And it's actually this one here, so it's got like loads and loads of different colours in there. Obviously you can use your own colours. Revolution, I know, have their own colours, MUA have their own colours. There's so many different ones out there that have their own colours, so I'm just basically saying this is what I'm using. So I'm going to go and use the purple ones, the ones up here, so they're the ones that I'm going to use, but I'm just using purple from this palette, and then the pinks I'm going to be using something else. So like I said, you can use any purple you like, but that's the kind of ones I'm using, where it's like a nice light one and then like a slightly dark one just for the crease bit. So I like to get like a big fluffy brush, so similar to this one, big fluffy brush, just to kind of do the crease. I'm just going to do that with the lighter brown first, just gently put that in the crease, because I don't want to go too heavy at the moment, just on the basis that obviously I'm going to be putting a bit of a darker shade in there, but I just want to lightly sort of, so I know where my crease is, so just very, very lightly go back and forward with that. Now you can build this up as heavy as you like or as light as you like, it is optional, but I'm just going to go in with a smaller brush. So I've got this one here which has kind of got a bit more of a tip to it, and I'm going to put the darker brown, I'm going to put the darker purple on that one and just make that a little bit darker in my crease. But like I said, this is optional. It just makes it a little bit more defined that there is a purple there, but like I said, if you want to skip this bit and just have the lighter bit, you can do that. So you don't have to go as crazy as, you know, as what I am. It is all optional. And then I'm just going to go back in with the fluffy one and just fluff that out a bit so it's not so harsh. Now I'm not doing the inner corners because I'm actually going to use a highlight for the inner corners. So where the purple stops is kind of like not just a little bit over halfway where my eye is. Just because obviously I don't want to have too much purple on the inner bit because I'm going to put highlight there. So I'm mainly focusing the purple on the outer bit just to make that a little bit more defined and a little bit more smoky. So what I do, I've got the colour on there how I like it. I'm obviously going to put the pink on there, but you can always go back over the purple. So once you know how the pink is, you can always go back over the purple and obviously make it a bit more defined. But for the minute, I like that. So in my last video, I did actually use my Revolution Pro range. So I did actually use these glitters, but I thought this time, because I used these last video, I thought this time I'd use some other ones, just on the basis that if you can't get your hands on these, or if you don't like these ones for whatever reason, I thought I would show you some other ones. So the other one I'm going to use yet again is from Revolution, but it's actually these ones here. These are loose glitters, but they do require a glue. Now I kind of didn't want to get the glue, just on the basis that I have found personally that when you put glue, like the glitter glue over eyeshadow, it takes the eyeshadow off. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to use from the Revolution range this one here, which is called Unicorn Foil. So it's actually a foil eyeshadow. Because this is slightly wet, I'm going to put this over my eyelids and then put this over the top. So this will act as a glue for this one. Yes, I've got a few different colours, but I thought the unicorn one would look quite nice because it's like a pearl iridescent kind of colour, and then putting this on top, I just thought then obviously it would make this one stand out, because I do have this in a pink, but then I'm thinking I'm putting pink on top, you might not be able to see this as much. So I like to get one of these, like the sort of old-fashioned kind of brushes, and then I just like to scoop I like to scoop a little bit onto, like, you know, so you just got a little bit on there and then just draw it onto my eyes. So I like to start in the middle and then just very lightly work its way out, and then with any excess then go towards the middle, because like I said, I don't want too much in the middle, because like I said, I'm going to put a highlighter on, but I do want like a little bit on there as well. But my main focus I want is just like I said, the middle bit to the end. So I just do that on the other eye, but like I said, starting from the middle first. And then the excess just in the corner. Now you could, if you wanted to, you can obviously carve out your crease if you want to. I find this kind of does it for you already, so you don't have to do it. And don't worry if you come off the end, because obviously that's what foundation is for. We can obviously clean that up afterwards. So while that's still wet, I'm going to get this one here. So these ones are the glitter bombs. Like I said, I will link it down below for you. So what I like to do, I like to actually use the lid and actually then sprinkle it into the lid, but because it's so fine, they do go everywhere. So I would say be careful with these, they do go everywhere. So once I've got enough into the lid, I then get another brush like this. I always use this brush for glitter, so it might have other glitters on there, but I just find this one's nice and firm, so when you pat it into the lid and put it on, it does actually stay in place. So yet again, I'm just going to do the middle bit first, and then go on the outer bit, and then any excess just do the middle bit. Now for me, obviously I know we've got the purple, but I'm like, I like the idea of having like a tiny bit of glitter on top. So I'm not primarily, obviously like I said, I haven't got any like any glue or anything on the top there, so there's nothing to stick to it, but I like it sometimes when like one or two bits just stay there. So I'm just going to do the other eye. So I'm just going to go back in and do it one more time, because you can stop here, but I love glitter. It's one of those things, if you're going to wear glitter, wear it, you know, don't just do it like half done, especially this time of year, obviously being Christmas, you can kind of get away with it. I'm going to do that again. So I'm just lightly patting that on. So I'm not like pressing too hard, because with the foil eyeshadow that we use, this one here, because that's still wet, you don't have to press too much. So So yeah, so that is that done. Another thing you can do, which I would recommend as well, just in case you don't want to do that one, is the collection range. Used to be called Collection 2000. They've got these glitter eyeliners. Now these are really nice. I have used these before, like at work and things, where it's like you can either use it as an eyeliner, so obviously have it as a straight liner, or while it's still wet you can kind of smudge it out, and obviously it sparses it around a bit. So that is optional. Right, so I'm just going to go back over the purple, so I'm just going to define that a little bit more, not too much, but just going to lightly press into my crease. And then I'm just going to use my highlighter now, and then I'm going to put my lashes on. So the highlighter I use is actually this one here. So this is the Goddess of Love one, and it's from the well, it was from the iHeart makeup range, but Revolution actually bought it out, so it's actually called iHeart Revolution. You can sense the theme, I use a lot of Revolution stuff. It's just because I really like some of the products. So it's this here, which is like a pinky kind of champagne kind of colour, and I like to put it on the corner of my eyes, and then obviously use it as well as a highlight. But for me as well, on my days where I want to wear a bit of makeup but not too much, I actually use this as an eyeshadow. So it's really pretty as an eyeshadow, but that's like my everyday like go-to look. So when I'm not filming, when I'm obviously just out and about, that kind of thing, I like to use that. And I'm trying to find my brush. Where's my brush? So yeah, so when I'm just like out and about, like doing shopping, or want to wear a bit of makeup but not too much, that's the kind of thing I like to do. So I'm just going to use like a brush like this, so it's quite a like a long thick brush, and then just dab it in, get enough on there, and then just put it in the inner corner of my eyes, and then I like to just kind of drag it up a little bit to meet with that purple, because that's what I mean. That's why I didn't like to have the purple going all the way to the inner part, just because I knew I'd be putting a highlighter on the corner and then dragging it up to meet it. But yeah, no, I like the way that looks. So I am just gonna go do my eyeliner and my lashes. Like I said, that is in my last video, so please go check that one out. If you, like I said, if you want me to do it more in future, let me know. If you want me to obviously try and do more of a finished look with on camera, then let me know. But for now, I'm just going to put my lashes on off camera, and then I'll come back. So I now have my lashes on, so I've not done anything to my face yet, I've just put my lashes on. But if you want to see how I did it, obviously I can include it in future videos, because obviously I don't know if that's the kind of thing you want to see, because I know not everybody wears fake eyelashes, so that's kind of why I skipped it in this video, because I know some people don't actually like wearing them. But yeah, so the main thing also I want to show you was the eyeshadow that I did. But if you want to see how I do my lashes as well, then I can keep including them in my videos in future for you. But yeah, so I've just done that, just put like a little bit of eyeliner on it. So I'm just going to do my face, which is obviously going to be foundation, powder, contour, you know, blush, all that jazz, and then I come back for the highlighter. And then I was thinking I might actually use this, so stay tuned and you'll see how I use it. So I've just done my foundation, done my bronzer, done my blush. I've not done highlight yet because I'll come back to that in a minute. Obviously I've not done my lips, that's why they look a little bit funny. So I'm just going to go back in with the eyes. So I'm going to get my mascara and do the bottom lashes. So this one is just the collection one. So because I said in my last video that I used the Revolution one and I don't like it, so I've now gone back to my collection one. So this is the one that I used to always use, just on the basis that the actual wand itself it's like a nice simple bog standard wand. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. This one is just like an all-day wear colour mascara. That's all it is, it's just bog standard. But because I wear fake eyelashes, I don't really need my mascara to do anything, so that's why I primarily use this obviously on my bottom lashes, because I find it's nice and thin. So like I said, I just do like a little, like a thin layer of it. I'm just gonna move my mirror. I can move my mirror out of the way, now I'm gonna have to move it back. So oh, this room is so messy. So I just like to put like a little, like a thin layer on. I don't like to do too much mascara on the bottom ones. I do go for phases where I don't actually wear mascara on the bottom of my lashes, but at the moment I've been going for a phase where I like a little bit on there. Now I'm very gentle when I do this, because like I said, I don't want too much. and I'm also terrified of stabbing myself in the eye, on the basis I have done it before, and it's one of those things that you're almost just so close to finishing doing your makeup and then you stab yourself and then it's ruined because your eye waters, mascara goes everywhere. So once I'm happy with that, I just go in and I just double check, because I don't like some of my lashes being too long, so I just sort of pinch them a little bit at the end to just kind of get rid of any excess, because I like my lashes to be quite short on the bottom and not too big. So yeah, so something like that, that's perfect for me. Now I'm gonna go back in and use this one. So I did obviously mention this one earlier, so I have done this a few times in real life, so yeah, again, this is optional, where I actually brush this through my mascara. So I literally take it out and then I wipe off any excess because I don't want too much on. I just want like the little, like the bare minimum, and then just on the top of the lashes I just brush it through, just ever so lightly. I don't like too much on there. I just put like a tiny little bit just on the ends. So I'm just going to do that on the other side. Like I said, I just wipe off any excess because I don't want too much, and then just on the ends. Now if you find when you do that it's a bit too much, it's a bit too clumpy, you can go back in with mascara. Just put a very thin layer of mascara just over the top, just so it doesn't look so glittery. So if you're thinking, oh, I put too much on, or you know, that's not really the look I wanted, I just wanted it a bit subtle, then you just put like a little bit of mascara on. So it's basically one of those things that you can sort of see as a little bit glitter, but it's not too much. Sometimes I do go all out and put loads of this on. It depends on time of year. For example, when it gets closer to Christmas, I'll probably put more glitter on. Now it is optional as well for the bottom lashes, that you can leave it as it is. So for example, obviously you've got the glitter mainly on the eyelid there, and then you've got purple in the crease, and then you've got a little bit of glitter there. Like I said, if you're happy with that look, then you can stick to that look and you can say that. You don't have to obviously do anything else. I'm just thinking, because I do like a lot of glitter, so you know, this is something that I want to do, but like I said, you can stop here and that's it, you're done. But I'm just going to take this again and very lightly, yet again, just taking it off any excess and just putting the tiniest little bit just on the bottom lashes, but not too much, so it's got like a little bit of sparkle. And then the same with the top lashes, I'm going to put a bit more mascara on, just so that it's not so glittery, but it's got a little bit glitter, so it's not like over the top. So then you just got a little bit of sparkle. Now I'm going to go back over my foundation, if I can find my brush. Where's my brush? Oh, and get my fan brush. So with this highlighter here, like I said, this is the I Love Revolution one. I'm just going to put a little bit just on my cheek area there, just to give a little bit of a highlight. I don't like too much. I'm not one of those people that I have like glow to the heavens type one. I just like a little bit, and then a tiny little bit on my nose. And then I'm gonna go back. Why have I lost all my brushes? I can't find any of my brushes. And then I'm gonna go back and just do the inner corner again, just because I did lose a little bit of inner corner when I did my foundation. So I'm just going back over that just to highlight that a little bit again. Yeah, so now time for the lips. So I like to try and get rid of the foundation I've actually got on my lips first, so I just very gently rub it off. You can use like a scrubber, you can obviously use a lip balm, that kind of thing. I left my lip balm in the other room. Or you can use a lip balm, so I'm actually going to use my Mickey Mouse one. So this actually came from my Superdrug haul, so if you're not seeing that one, then please check that out. And this is vanilla flavour. And I just go around and then I'm just going to lightly massage the foundation off. Like I said, you can use scrubs if you want to. I just find this is a bit more gentle because it's actually lip balm, and you're kind of massaging the lip balm in but taking the foundation off. So, and then I'm going to go in with my lipstick. I don't actually use lip liner. Some people do, some people don't. I just find it doesn't really do anything for me. My lips are I'd say average size, not too big, not too small, so I kind of feel like I don't really need to line my lips or anything. But one of my favourite lipsticks at the moment is this one here. So this is from the I Heart Revolution range, and this one is from the Unicorn, Unique Unicorn lipstick range, and it's called Fantasy Realm. So it's this one here, which is like a nice, it's like I'm not gonna say like a deep pink, but it's like a nice pink colour, and it's just got bits of glitter in there. And so for me, this one's like my favourite one, just because one, it's got glitter and it just adds a little bit of colour to my lips. Now I like to do the bottom one and then massage it in, and then I don't do the top one at the moment. I smack my lips together and then massage it in again, and then just go over one more, and that's it. That's what I do. So I don't actually put lipstick on my top lips. I like to just kind of smack my lips together so obviously it transfers, and then massage it in. And then this is a bit extra, so if you want to do this, which obviously I'm going to do it, but obviously it's optional, is from the Berry M range, which is this one here. So this is the holographic lip topper, and this is in number 1 Spellbound, and it's just like this nice sort of iridescent kind of pearl sort of colour. So you can have this just by itself, but I do like to have a little bit of colour underneath. Oh, and it tastes really nice as well. I like that. And I just think it's nice. It just gives that like nice little bit of shimmer. But yeah, and I think we are done. So yeah, so just going back over what I did with my eyes. So obviously I've got eyeshadow on the crease, so I've got obviously the purple in the crease there, so it's like a little bit deep, so obviously you can have it as dark as you like. Then obviously I had that foil one over the top to obviously stick the glitter to it, so the glitter was a glitter balm from the Revolution range. Then obviously put my lashes on, so I put eyeliner on as well, just kind of, you know, make it a little bit more cleaner. And I put some of that Collection eyeliner just through the lashes, and then obviously put mascara over the top, and then underneath as well, so I obviously put mascara underneath and then a little bit of that glitter as well. So like I said, you can be a little bit more extra, you can put more glitter on if you want, you can obviously tone it down a little bit more, but I just thought this was really nice, it's really pretty. You could make it more pink if you want, because obviously I know Rapunzel is more of a pink colour, but for me, when I see Rapunzel, like most of the outfits I see, she's mainly purple, so that's why I stuck more with the purple, with obviously just having this being the pink over the top and then my lipstick being the pink. So, but I just think this is a nice, you could wear this like more or less like an everyday, it's not too over the top, it's not too like in your face, like a lot of makeup. I suppose I can get away with it because obviously my hair is the same colour, so my hair's obviously got pinks and purples in it, so it's kind of like it goes with obviously my hair. But I can understand obviously if you don't have coloured hair, this could look a little bit more dramatic for you, but I just think it's a nice way of just adding a little bit of glitter in, a little bit of colour without being too over the top. So yeah, so my room is now a mess of all the makeup that is on here. Like I said, everything that I've used today I will link down below for you. So everything that comes obviously in my face, my eyebrows, things like that is all the same as what I used in my last video. So obviously all the links down below for you. Obviously there's a few differences. For example, I used a different mascara this time. I use obviously the glitters and things like that. So these are all new this time. Obviously I used a different lipstick. So there are a few things that are different from my last video, but everything when I class, like obviously the actual face itself, like obviously all the foundation and powders I use, that was all the same as my last video and the same routine. So the way I applied it in my last video was exactly the same way as I did it in this video, so I haven't changed anything. That is my standard go-to routine when obviously I've got time. But like I said, I'm not a makeup guru. I don't do any of this professionally. I just love makeup, and it's one of those things I just wanted to kind of, you know, have like extra videos now and again of just like if you wanted to obviously have like Disney inspired looks every day, that kind of thing. Some of them might, say for example, my next one I've got in mind is a little bit more dramatic, so I think this one is a little bit more toned down, so it's a little bit of a subtle look, whereas the next one I've got in mind is quite dramatic. So you know, it just depends on what kind of makeup you like, depends on obviously if that's the kind of thing that you like. But yeah, so I hope you like these videos, so please give me a thumbs up if you do, so then at least I know you like these kind of videos, and obviously it makes YouTube know that I exist. So obviously if you can share these as well, please subscribe, click the bell notification, then obviously get notified when these videos go up, because I do other videos as well. So on Tuesdays I do a haul, on Fridays I do something from the shrine, on Sundays I do a vlog, and then these videos are kind of just thrown in. So obviously if you click the bell notification, then you get notified when all my videos go up. And yeah, I think that's it. So I really hope you like these videos, and I'll see you next time. Later days.